for what tutorial, I'm going over the basics of making your own puffer jacket in CLO3D. If you're intermediate or beginner, this video is for you, and don't forget to watch till the end. So I'm gonna explain for you guys how you can make any puffer jacket that you can see in Pinterest or you can design. So first we're gonna go very easy. Just go and make a nice outline for the bodice. For puffer jacket, usually I'm going a little bit more than around the skin, because it shouldn't be sticky, it shouldn't be skinny to the when you put it on. So this is the first one, and if you don't know anything how to draft the pattern, that's completely okay. You can follow me drawing like this, or very easily you can get to the modeler library and choose your woman. And let's go to the basic shirts, and you can easily choose this and the sleeves. It's very easy for the basics to make the base, but I'm gonna go with my own drafting. And right now I'm gonna right click and go for symmetric pattern. Also, I want to make a copy of this for the back and just mirror paste. Don't forget, it should be mirror paste. Right click again. Now we want a symmetry pattern from this mirror paste. And now I'm gonna use the avatar show arrangement points. I'm gonna choose the back and put it where I find it appropriate. And now I'm gonna choose the front and put it somewhere that is nice, and it should be. Now it's time to sew it. I usually sew with segment swing, as I find it very easily to go with. So we don't want to have a reverse swing, so it's very important that the lines matches very straight. Let me just if you cannot see this swing part very nice, you can get to over here to the garment display. You have show threads. So as you can see here, the threads are completely straight and there are no twisted. And now let's sew this part to this part. And we also want to sew the back, but we want to make the front panel to be open. And now we want to hit the space for this button to simulate. And now you can tell that on the armpit is not a little bit right, and we want to make it a little bit wider. So I'm going here to the smooth curve. Let's choose this and this segment, and now we want to do it a little bit backwards. Also, we want to make it a little bit smaller than the armpit, shorter. Yeah, now it's good. Also, we want to do the same thing for the back. Okay, a little bit shorter. And now simulate again. Now, as you can see, I have a little bit excess area right here that can be easily fixed by taking this a little bit back, and also here. So let's simulate again. Yes. Another thing, it happens to you all the time when you're drafting a pattern in CLO3D. Can you see it's a little bit jaggy and it doesn't act like a fabric to you? So that's because of the something here in the setting named particle distance. And as bigger as the particle distance can be, it can be jaggy more and more. So we want to make it less. So we want to select this, go to the particle distance, but let me just select all the patterns, go to the particle distance right here, and let's set it to 10 for now, simulate it again, and now it's more acting like a fabric. Add a zipper to it. So let's select the zipper on the 3D outline here and start. You can also start with, that's your choice, to start with in 2D window or 3D window. So I'm gonna do it with 2D window. So one part, click, go to the part and double click. So it turned out black, and you can see the stitchings right here. As soon as you change this to simulation, you can see it's completely closed. And now if I stop the simulation and get with the edit zipper and just select it, you can see right here that you can choose between different presets and different type. Also, you can choose that you want to have fasten zipper or you want it be open. So if you just take this off, it's completely open. Again, if you fasten it, it's here. If you want to go in the middle, it's very easy. Simulations off, you can take this and bring it down as much as you want it to be open. So half open, half fasten, and now simulate it again, and you can see this part is open. Again, if you change your mind, stop the simulation, take this and take it up. Right, this much I guess is good. Simulate. For making the sleeves, I don't want to be hard on you guys. Let's start with drafting a rectangle. This part down, add a point, and then go to edit pattern and choose a smooth key. You want to choose these two segments and then select the line and then bring it a little bit up. Now do the same thing, choose this segment and this segment, choose the line and bring it a little bit down. So this is half of our sleeves. It seems a little bit too wide. So let's take this line, hold shift and bring it a little bit right. Now we want to click on this line. While it's yellow, right click and we want to click on unfold. So this is our pattern here. We want to also make it a little bit more round and also make this less sharp. Like this. Now I'm gonna grab my sewing tool, but this time I'm going with first sewing. I'm gonna start with half of here and half of the sleeves, and it's not twisted, which is good. Now we want to sew this part to the back, to here. Let's start with sewing this part to the back of sleeve, and now it seems okay. Let's go to the selection mode in the 3D window, turn on the show arrangement points, select the sleeve and put it right where it belongs. Now we want to also have our segment tool sewing and sew these two parts together. Now let's simulate it. Yes, it seems good. I like that. It needs a little bit more editing here. Now it seems good. Right now we fill everything with this leaves good. Let's select it, right click and symmetry pattern with swing. So it automatically stays where it belongs and sew itself to the symmetric patterns. And hit simulation. Now here what we have, select here the front and right click offset as an internal line because we want to have an excess area for our zipper. We don't want to have any puff there, and hit OK. We want to also right click and cut and sew it, and again simulate it again. Now let's go and grab our internal line to design our puff jacket. So I'm gonna go with this line, and now we start with like this. Now I want to select this while it's yellow, right click, while it's yellow, right click and offset as an internal line, and I want to offset like 4 or maybe a little bit more, 6, and I want to have both sides, and I want to have more than 1, 3, and hit OK. So this is the first lines. I also want to go the reverse, like holding another internal line. This time I'm gonna start from here to here, and while it's yellow and selected, right click, offset as an internal line, again do the same thing, 6, and we wanted to have this time 2 or 3. I guess 3 is good. Okay. Now here I want to edit something, and that one is these lines that passing through the internal line, which I don't like it, so I will take them and put them back right here. Also take this, put it back where it belongs. And simply I want to delete this because I think this is unnecessary. Now I have the look here in the right. It's nice if I can do the same thing in the back, or simply you can do your own design if you think you don't want anything in the back or you want different shapes. You can go, but it's very encouraged if you can do the same thing in the front, do it in the back. So the simple thing is, very lazy thing is, hold shift and select all the lines, right click, copy and mirror paste it here. This is the very lazy thing. Okay, I'm gonna start with here, 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 and like this. Yes. And now select the internal line and right click and offset as an internal line. We don't have both sides. We want to have one side, and we can make it smaller than 6, like 4 centimeters, and we want it to have also 3. Hit OK. This is what we have here. Also we want to select this, right click, offset as an internal line, but this time we want to have only 1. Hit OK. It's the time for you guys to see the magic. I'm gonna show you 2 ways of doing it. So for the front, I want to keep it as it is. You don't need to do this, I'm just showing you for demonstration. So I'm selecting this, right click, and we want to have offset as an internal line. We want number of offset is only 1, and the distance I want to have 0.5, and that's it. Hit OK. Now this is where you're gonna see the difference. Again, don't forget, after you've done that, don't forget to take this a little bit lower, because I don't want to pass through that line. Select with the transform tool. If you wish to have a puffer effect on all the patterns, you need to select all of it and right click and the layer clone under or over. That doesn't matter. So I'm going with layer clone under. Right now, if you simulate, nothing would happen. The thing that makes everything pop, unlike puffer jacket, is to select the first layer and on the puppet editor, pressure, set it to a number like 40, and the under layer, again in puppet editor, we want to set the pressure to exact number but in negative, like -40. And now this is where everything pops up. Just turn on the simulation and look at the magic. So let me just turn off the internal line showing so we can completely see. So this is the front with this pattern. You can see this very nicely, and this is the back with different patterns, and this is the back. I change the fabric. Right now it's set to custom, but if I change it to trim full grain leather and simulate it, it looks different. Also, if you change it to something like cotton canvas, also simulated, this is what happens. So it appears in different shapes. And another thing makes it different is that to select the pattern, you can select one layer or you can select both layers. But I'm gonna start with the upper layer, or select it, and I go into the property editor, looking for shrinkage rift and shrinkage warp. So let's set this to 120 and 120 here to see the difference, and this is how it turns out. It's time to add puckering. For puckering, we need to select it from here. You can choose between segment puckering or free puckering. I usually go with free puckering because in some cases it can make so many challenges for you. So let's just try the front and then see if it has any difference with the back. Now let's simulate it. Okay, this is the puckering you can see over here. You can also change the offset if you want it as a both side or flip. For example, you don't want it here, you want it in the other part, so it can flip for you guys. And this is our front and this is our back without any puckering. Another thing that I guess is a little bit more creative than usual puffer jacket is to delete this one, the layer clone. So one of my sleeves right now, it has no layer clone on it and one of them has it. So let's see the difference between them, and I'm gonna show you how. So I'm gonna select here and right click, cut and sew. I'm gonna also make this where I can see it better. And now let's select the rest and cut and sew them. But because I don't want to affect this, I'm gonna click on this sleeve, right click and remove linked editing. So anything happen to this one, it won't affect it. So let's select here and make this bigger. Also, let's select this. So, and this, make them bigger. I want to also make this bigger. And that's it. Now I want to select all of these sleeve, and here on the fill, I want to hit fill. Now I want to select them and put it right here. In the property editor, you can choose between what sort of filter, what sort of filler you want to go with. It has 4 sort of fillers. You can choose between it. And for the weight, I'm gonna go with 100. And I want a realistic quilting line. Let's turn it on. And now let's simulate it. Okay. And now look at it. Let's see the difference between here and the other method. Select all of it and set the particle distance down to 10 and simulate it again. Here in the property editor, you can have so many things to play with and go over it to see which ones manage your needs. So let's choose between these 4, goes 9, 10, and simulate again. So for a very quick puckering, this is a trick you can go with. Choose the free puckering and then do like this. So whole of this pattern will get the puckering effect very soon and easy. Now let's go and give it a nice proper color. You can go with rectangle tool and draw this one. And then go with the smooth curve. So this is one part, this is another part. We want to have at points in the middle to completely be sure that whatever we're doing is completely in the middle. So here can go right here. And also here to this one. It's also encouraged to go with show arrangement points. It makes your life more easier. And then his simulation. Okay, now let's grab a free sewing. Simulate it again. That's completely your choice, but I rather choose this to go and again fill it, select it, and then click another time. So when it turns out purple, it means the fill tool is right there. And here it is. So I guess that's the end of the tutorial, but this is a very friendly tip. Don't forget to add stitches and add a proper fabric where you can find it easily in the library, in the fabric. There are tons of free fabrics you can choose here, or you can make your own fabric. If you don't know how to make your own fabric, check this link out. I showed you how easily you can make your own fabric and without any extra app, and apply it on your 3D garments in CLO3D. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video. See you in the next one.